Good morning, boys and girls. How are you? Hope you are well and energized after the weekend for a new week. Today is Sunday, April 5, 2020. Today, our lesson is about comparative and superlative adjective. We will complete our previous lesson about adjectives. Before we start, let's make a quick revision about the previous points that we took last week. An adjective, we said that adjectives are words that describes a noun. They come before the noun. Example, I wear a red t-shirt. Here the word red describes the color of the t-shirt. We also take about the kinds of adjectives. Majorly, we take about the limiting adjectives. We have articles. We said that we have as limiting adjectives articles such as a or an for singular non-specific nouns. Examples, a book, an alligator. And we have the as an article for singular or plural specific nouns. Example, the garden. And also we said that we have this, that, those, these. They work as limiting adjectives. Example, this table and that man. So, in order to complete the kinds of adjectives, we will take about comparative and superlative, as you can read in the title in front of you. An adjective that compares is a descriptive adjective. You can use adjectives to compare two or more nouns. We add er, the suffix er, to an adjective to compare two nouns. Look at these examples. Miss Lee is nicer than Mr. Green. Here we add the suffix er to the word nice and it became Miss Lee is nicer than Mr. Green. Let's see the next example. Look at these two pictures. We have fat cat and fatter. Here we are comparing between two nouns, two things, two objects. You add what? The suffix er. Look at this lamp. It's bright. And the next one is brighter. Look at these words here. We have examples of the comparative adjectives and how they change. Some adjectives, do they change their words? Some adjectives do not change with the addition of er to the end of the word. We have sheep, sheeper, clear, clearer, loud, louder, new, newer, old, older, rich, richer, short, shorter, tall, taller, slow, slower, thick, thicker. Here, the words do not change and take er at the end of their base word. Let's see this example. Sammy and John are tall boys. Here the adjective is tall, and we want to change it into a comparative adjective. So we add what? It became Sammy is taller than John. Taller here becomes a comparative adjective. We add the suffix er to the base word tall. So it becomes taller. Here we are comparing between two objects, Sammy and John. Look at this picture here. We add est to an adjective to compare more than two nouns. The first apple is big. When we want to compare it to the next one, we will say that the second apple is bigger than the first one. We have two objects. But if we look at the third one, we have more than two nouns. So we add est, and simple changes occurs to specific words. Like here we write it with double G, biggest apple. We will say the sentence or the example will be the last apple is the biggest one. We are comparing the last apple with all the apples, with the two other apples. Look at this picture here. Tom is stronger than Peter, but Bob is the strongest. Here we add er to compare Tom with Peter. We said that Tom is stronger than Peter. But when Bob comes, here we have more than two people. So we add est as a suffix. So the word Bob